Hey guys, welcome to our Sometimes Tuesday Paint-A-Palooza. We have been out thrifting all day. We are finally back home and we are painting last week's thrift flips that sold at JamieRayVintage.com. And Caitlin's on here dropping links, answering questions, and we're just going to paint some stuff. I've got this tote already started because I was waiting for Zeb to get the video up, and I'm using Petticoat Pink. And I think I'm going to do some white tone-on-tone stenciling with this month's stencil subscription.
I have a clock that is not from last week. It's from the week before, but it's sold this weekend. So it got mixed in with the stuff that needs done because we haven't done it yet.
I was thinking this morning after I got up, I don't know why my brain always goes random places. I'm like, we should come up with a topic when we do our live painting and then turn it into like a podcast, because then we could just put it where, because I'm never going to have time to record a separate podcast. And we could just edit it, you know, because that's basically what this is a podcast. We just sit here and talk about stuff and paint.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're not really discussing any life-changing things, but occasionally we get into some heavy topics.
I feel like people could give us things they want us to talk about, and we could talk about them as long as you don't mind what we say. I mean, well, you can mind what we say, but just know that we're going to say what we say.
Yeah.
I'm not always out here trying to say what people want to hear.
All right.
I know because people comment and tell me.
They let you know that that's not what they wanted to hear.
What color are you going to paint that? I think green because of
it's already got some really great texture.
Because the green that's in the map.
Oh yeah, that would work. Or there's some light blue. So this is the map face of this clock, which I love. We're leaving that alone. But this, I mean, it's got a ton of texture, but it looks like it's been through a fire or something, which sometimes we go for that look, but it's a little too fiery for me.
It's had a struggle. I got paint on my cheek. The weather is beautiful here, in case anybody's wondering. That's why I'm in a tank top. We're going to be in the 70s all week, maybe even get up to the 80s. It's going to be very hot in Arizona. I have a lot of family in Arizona, so we've been talking about the weather. It snowed in Alabama yesterday. So all March weather is not created equal. And we did have freezing weather just 2 days ago. In fact, this morning it was like 30 something. So I had that like blue jacket that we sell that I love. That's like two-sided. It's like floral quilted and then denim. And I had that one on, but it was definitely getting too warm to wear that this afternoon. So I'm just in my tank top.
Do you have garden sage out?
Yes.
Oh, I'm like over here. I didn't see it. I'm over here.
Sorry, I didn't hear you ask about it. I would have told you.
I didn't ask. I just was.
You were just looking.
I didn't see it in the can over here and was looking.
Yeah, it's over there.
Got it.
This is definitely somebody's shop project, because I saw the board that said like bottom, top, side. Somebody built it, but they did not get bonus points for actually finishing the tote in their shop class. Martha said, take your snow. I'm not taking anybody's snow. I actually do not like snow, which is probably weird considering I do live in Utah. I live in Utah because I love the summers. I love the people. I love the mountains. I just love the thrifting is really good here. My family is here. I love the family community feeling of Utah. Families are very important here. And so people love children and all things like that. But the snow, not my favorite. I think anybody that's followed me knows that I'm not a fan. 0 out of 10. I think.
I will take all the weather.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad this year. Not one time did I have to crank my tractor up and plow. Not once. I scraped the snow and threw salt out once with a shovel, but it wasn't even enough to like warrant turning the tractor on.
That is very sad. His tractor, that I might add, has a heater.
Listen, it's fun to drive.
I love what the snow does. I'm a little concerned about like all of our lakes and trees and things like that, because they all need that snowpack to get us through. So I'm hoping we have a very wet spring and summer. That would be really great for us, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
It'll probably just make it hotter and warmer through the summer. Like we've been hitting record highs in the winter. We'll probably hit record highs in the summer too.
Acrylic craft paint. There is no acrylic chalk paint. So if it has acrylic in it, it's just acrylic. Chalk paint, we use a chalk and clay. This is clay mostly. And it doesn't have that acrylic additive in it. This sticks a lot better. It's not plasticky. Like if you've ever used a craft paint and it gets kind of gummy, or you paint over an area and it like gets thick. I don't know how to explain it. This isn't that. This also sticks to a lot of stuff without a lot of prep. So it's like apples and oranges, both useful, but taste completely different. And you can't make apple juice from orange juice. Deborah says she loves snow for a few days, but not prolonged freezing weather. I don't love it at all.
When the kids were little, she used to come sledding with me, or we'd go tubing, or build some snowmen in the snow. But she's put her time in. We'll see how she is with grandchildren.
If they say grandma come play, I will.
That just might be a grandpa event though, because I got all the stuff to play in the snow and do all the outdoor things. Trust me.
So I just stay home and make the hot cocoa.
We don't have grandchildren, and none are on the way that we know of. So, it's just foreshadowing.
Wishful thinking at that part.
Foreshadowing.
We have 5 kids, so I would venture to say that we will have grandkids eventually. Although I thought that, not that kids have to get married younger, I did think that I would be a grandma in my mid-40s, which I don't think that's going to happen, just because me and all my sisters, I think Karen was the oldest one to get married. She was 21. I think my sisters and I got married in between 16 and 21. And Deborah was 18, I think, like me. I was 18, almost 19. I didn't think I was young at the time. But now I'm like, I've been looking through my wedding photos. She took a walk down memory lane and she's like, oh, we were babies.
Yeah,
I've been going through wedding photos. I actually just ordered an album to put them in. After 25 years, I'm going to put my pictures in a wedding album for the coffee table.
Well, we had a little album that we...
it was actually just my parents. That wasn't ours.
Oh, that wasn't ours.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had it the whole time. Yeah. So I'm claiming it now.
But it didn't have all the pictures in it. And then for whatever reason... we didn't have any pictures of just the 2 of us. So my plan is to, now that they've remodeled the San Diego temple, to get there after they get it dedicated, and Zeb and I go get some wedding photos done. I can almost get my wedding dress on. My ribs are a little bit bigger. I'm about 10 pounds heavier than I was when I got married. So I think I'll have to have it altered a little, but I'm getting those pictures. We took pictures of everybody else. Us with our parents.
I wasn't running around with a camera. I was not in charge of taking pictures.
I know. We hired a photographer. I'm like, what were they even doing? Pictures of each of us with our bridesmaid, groomsmen, whatever. Family pictures, but no pictures of us.
Not like you get pictures now where it's a full-on videographer and what package do you want? And let's set up all this stuff before you actually even get married. Let's go out in your dress and get a whole slide going,
Oh, Alley Katz is on. I wonder if Grambo is going to come. I commented and told her you guys were missing her, and she said she might pop on. So, she might come tomorrow, because she's like, when's your next scheduled live? And I gave her the Wednesday live. So, I just need to do one more coat of this pink, and then I can get to stenciling. I think what I'm going to do is just focus on, I'll paint the inside so it can dry.
Do you think this is too rustic on this to go with a gold on some of the details, or should I just distress the black back through and leave it kind of rustic?
Yes, that.
Okay.
Well, we're just glad you're here, Alley Cat. Sorry you've been having a rough time medically. Bodies are not always cooperative. That is for sure. Last night, both of my kids plopped in. Eliza she just hurt her knee. And I took her in to the doctor last week. And he's like, you can still do stuff. Just wear your brace. Take it easy. And then she decided to squat, which is the hardest thing on your knees at the gym. And she hurt herself. And she was surprised. She's like, well, the doctor said. I'm like, yes, sweetie, but even in the best of circumstances, squatting is hard on your knees. Squatting, and if you're related to my family and our knees, squatting may just not be in the cards for you. at the gym. But anyways, she came in, she had a bag of peas on her knee. Then Redrick walks in, his shoulder was hurting from lifting weights. And then something was going on. Oh, something else with one of the kids. I'm like, all my kids are broken today.
They're not. They just need to realize that this is life and aches and pains are part of it.
They just like to come into my room.
Mom can't fix everything.
And have me give them all the advice.
Listen, I'm not from the school of hard knocks. Like, I'll take the kids to the doctor and, you know, do all the things with them.
But there are some things that
if you got like this invisible ache and pain because you're just sore because you worked out, like that's just, this is muscles.
Yeah, you just got to wait till it gets better. Like some things, I think we live in such an instant gratification society that people just want to go to the doctor, be told what's wrong, and then feel better. But some things, not everything, just takes time. And then in 6 months, you're like, oh, you don't even remember what was ailing you 6 months ago. Now, then there's other things that are like long-term type stuff that you got to deal with. And that's another story.
All right. This is just, I don't know if this is going from bad to worse. May have broke it.
I did Photoshop and I just took our wedding picture and I cut us out. And then I took another picture of the temple we were married at because we don't have any pictures of us in front of that temple that are any good. And I superimposed that and I made my own new picture. And we printed it out and put it on the wall.
It is on the wall.
So it is.
It's in a really cool frame. Also, let me show you our
my kids walked in the other day. They're like, you guys are just popping up all over the place because I decided to frame we had a big picture from Sears because that's where we got our prom pictures done.
Well, this is the one I'm showing.
This is a frame that somebody just dropped off at the shop. So there we go. In our mudroom.
Kind of catching glares because the glass is
it's like domed glass.
And
really, that's only like a year before we got married. So that's basically what we look like. So it's a giant.
It's like, a year and a half.
I told my kids, I'm like, you want to be on the wall, get married. I have a hole up the stairs that I am saving for grandkids and wedding photos. So, I mean, I could put up all their prom pictures, but that might be weird since they're not with any of the people they went to prom with. Like, here's the wall of ex-boyfriends and girlfriends. Eliza's going to prom with a boy to a different prom. She hasn't been asked yet to our prom, which is shocking to me because anybody that knows Eliza, she's gorgeous and a lot of fun. So we'll see if some boy gets smart at Lehigh and asks her because that needs to happen. But a boy from Cedar Valley asked her, and she said that last night when we were sitting there watching Food Network after she talked about her knee hurting, she said that another boy from that same high school was like, wait, he asked you to prom? No way. That's going to be so fun because they're all going to be in the same group together. So I think he was a little surprised that guy had the guts to ask Eliza. I don't know why people are afraid of asking her. She's a pretty nice girl. But anyways, so she's got that coming up. We had to get her dress and shoes ordered. They're supposed to be here this week. Hopefully they all fit. Eliza is very good at pulling together outfits, but she's also very picky. So I'm hoping that she likes what comes. We were babies. And Redrick does look so much like Zeb. He's a very handsome boy. Subsequently, girls are really noticing how handsome he is. And so that's been fun for Redrick to figure out that part of his life. Jack's always been fairly charming. So girls do notice Jack.
He's just really nice and talks to everybody. He never had like that awkward phase where he can't like say hi to girls and be their friend.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't care. He goes the other day told me, Mom, I'm friends with all the girls in my class. They're so much fun. I'm like, yep. He goes to a small elementary school, at least by Lehigh standards. There's only 2 6th grade classes. I actually need to go to the rec center and book the pool because I started this with Eliza during COVID because they weren't going to do anything for the 6th graders because of COVID. They canceled the luau, everything in 2021. So I was like, well, I can't let that happen. So I booked the rec center. I reserved the entire pool for her 6th grade class. And then apparently it became tradition. So I had to do it for Redrick, and now I'm going to do it for Jack.
All right, we got it out. Okay, now we can paint this thing without... Initially, I wanted to not get a bunch of paint on this glass, but you know, it turned into a thing, and now I've got to repair this.
What's the make and model of my white car? If you watched Debbie's video when we were in California, she blurted it out. I don't like to tell people. I'm going to be honest. I don't like to tell people because people like to like automatically assume things. But it's a Mercedes-Benz G550 is what it is. I'm not going to be secret about it. It's an incredible tax write-off. It's very comfortable, and they hold their value. And we bought it with what, 10,000 miles on it?
Yeah.
So we bought it for about $45,000 less than if we had bought it brand new.
Been buying all our cars used lately,
and
even
like maybe even more than 45 because there's like a $30,000 upcharge on it. So it was a really good deal. It was secondhand. And I love it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling with this clock. We're waiting for paint to dry.
It actually didn't cost, I mean, significantly more than the other SUVs that we've driven. It is a little bit smaller, but yeah, that's what it is. Did I get my Happy Mail? There is a box at the shop. I was in a hurry and I saw that. So probably I will try to remember to grab that when I take the boys to agility. So I will double check and let you know. Sorry about that. I should have grabbed it. Robin says she's painting a cutting board.
I love it. The cutting boards are the best.
Vicky says, girl, you work hard for it. Who cares what it costs? I know. I feel the same way, but you'd be surprised. People, I'm like, I still buy a lot of my clothes secondhand and we DIY everything. I would love to hire stuff out, but that's not the life I live. So it is what it is. And I kind of always wanted one, and Zeb and I were last year needing to buy a new car for tax purposes.
What happened is we were coming back from thrifting, and there was some light that came on the Volvo.
And the Volvo did not hold its value.
No, that did not.
So we needed to find a car that would hold its value because we do get new cars quite frequently for tax purposes. And literally the G-Wagon holds its value the very best of any of the luxury cars that we've ever looked at that are SUVs that weigh enough for the tax write-off. And it does haul, it's really, really tall. So it hauls a ton of junk. Like you can fit so much in there. And we do. Much to probably the dealership's dismay. I'm sure if they knew what we were putting in that Mercedes, they would be like, oh, but it's what pays the bills. And it is interesting to pull up to the thrift store in it. The comments are always funny. Somebody thought we were like an executive of the thrift store. The other day I was at Goodwill and somebody's like, those things are popping up everywhere. They're at the Goodwill now. Oh, that's funny. When I talk about the boys' agility, they think of dogs' agility. Do they have a training for dogs for that?
Yeah. And then you have them do like courses and things. My
boys go to a human agility gym and work with a trainer.
Okay, this just took a turn sideways. We're going to use one of this month's of April's subscription paper. But we're into April. Like you're getting April's papers now. The gals just shipped out a bunch and they need me to print more this morning. So this is going to go in this clock face because I accidentally ripped this one, taking it apart. And so we're doing this now.
I'm almost ready to stencil, guys. Thank you, Caitlin. She's dropping the paper subscription on there, and I am about to use the stencil for this month.
This little clock is going to take me longer than the big clock. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right.
If Denise says she's doing an art fest and she has things she wants to sell and she wants to know if they'll pay her prices, I think when you're doing things like that, the biggest key is how are you going to make things look, right? Like you really need to think about display and helping them, even though it's an art festival, envision your stuff in their home and making their home look really special. If you just like have a bunch of stuff, even if it's, you know, up on a wall or whatever, but it's not curated well, I feel like you don't get as much. But if they walk into your booth and it looks like a French brocante, you know, they're going to pay to play. So hopefully that helps. Denise says, I remember that you said vignettes. Yes, that is so, so critical. I'm still not perfect at it, but we do try to do that in our shop. And I do notice when I put good things together, people get excited about that. Okay, is there a stencil brush over there, sweetie?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use, so this you won't be able to tell from this, looks like plastic. This has floral, birds, fruit, and butterflies. So I'm going to do floral on each side in cream. I'm going to grab crinoline. This is going to be very tone on tone. And then I'm going to put some butterflies on the side.
Tone on tone's still a thing.
I like tone on tone. I have been trying to do push-ups, so if my arm jiggles a little bit, just know I'm working on it. I like to do them like when I'm editing or doing a bunch of computer work, so that way I can stretch out in between. I do have problems with my neck and shoulders sometimes.
You don't want to get tech neck.
Nope, don't want tech neck.
Between listing on our phones and editing on our phones and banking on our phones and all the social media on our phones. Occasionally, Jamie will catch me playing with Redrick crisscross applesauce on the chair. If you saw the stories.
You guys see that?
Redrick had been begging me for days to play a game with him that he needed to do to get an achievement.
Can you see that on camera, Zeb?
Just pull it back. There you go.
I love that look of crinoline.
Yes, you can see it.
When I wax it, the pink will get darker too.
Okay, I'm decoupaging on the plastic.
I'm going to use the rose on the other side, and then I'm going to get the flowers. This actually almost perfectly fits like on this board here, so I don't have to worry about centering it.
It's working. It's going to stick.
We do have some tickets left to California. So if you guys have thought about going to that class and want to come junking with us and see Debbie and Dion, and Sally's going to be there from Iron Orchid Designs. Every class is sold separately, so you can pay for the classes you want to attend. Okay. Oh, did I use the same one twice?
Maybe.
Nope, I didn't. So this will probably help you guys see. There's like a poppy and a rose. My phone's pretty big. I'll take this off. This is what I edit on. So I've talked about getting me an iPad, but I do a lot of editing in the living room, but I also wind up doing a lot of like editing, listing, things like that, like in the pool, waiting for kids to pick them up. That's why I like to film ahead. Monday was like, we filmed Monday, we painted Mondays. I went to the store Monday. I was editing while he went to the store to grab those pink flowers. And then when he got back, I would just had to add that on there and get the video up. But I prefer to get my videos done. Like today we filmed for Thursday. So I'll get that all edited today. And then tomorrow after Waste Not Wednesday, we'll do the painting portion of it and I'll get that finished tomorrow. And that just gives me time to do it in between stuff. It makes it feel less like work. Are there any March stencils on sale? Nope, we don't have any sales going for stencils, but
we do have the seconds papers are on sale still, right?
Yes.
So you get 4 papers, rice papers for like
$4.
Six or 4 with the sale, which is basically the cost of one. Now they're seconds. They're going to have little imperfections. Sometimes they might have an ink blot where they shouldn't be. You know, that's why they're seconds, and you're getting them for 75% off essentially. But most of the paper is typically usable and in good shape.
We don't normally, it's already a deal anyways, but Zeb actually had
My printer,
some printer issues, and so that's why.
I was just test printing, and this one print wouldn't go. And there are several spring ones, but it's kind of a mix of like you might get some Christmas papers in there because they're all just mixed in together. It was what was not printing well or had a blemish on it when it came out of the printer. So it's kind of a toss-up what you're going to get.
I'm going to go ahead and do the butterflies on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see those. They're not really going to show up because it's so bright in here, but I'm hoping when I seal it, you can see them. And I think I'm going to put a little butterfly on the side. We work so much that I like to make work not feel like work. So that's why I like to edit by the pool, and if I'm listing stuff, I'm probably watching a YouTube video or the Food Network while I lay in bed listing stuff. Yeah, that's cute. These stencils are this month's stencil subscription. They have butterflies, flowers, birds, fruit, and I'm doing like a tone on tone. So I've got petticoat pink with crinoline, and then I'm just going to clear wax it all. Once I clear wax it, you'll see them a little better.
This has got some texture on here, and it was pooling up. So I'm just trying to heat gun a couple spots so it can get dry while I'm going to paint this other one. These are both like a pocket watch style. One's huge and one's a little oversized for a pocket watch.
It's actually, these stencils took a little while to get just right because I wanted certain butterflies, certain sizes. Because I'm always wanting to put a little butterfly here and there, and I wanted them to be just right. And so one of these actually has 5 butterflies on one sheet.
Guess what time of year it is?
It's the time of year you can put stuff outside to dry.
Yeah, I put it outside to dry, and it dries faster than heat gunning it.
Yes. Right, there is a bird in here that I think I'm going to use.
All right, I think I'm going to go. We're going to get 2 green clocks.
What size mylar do you use when making stencils? This is
17.
Like 7. It's really thick. So this is like, I don't make them. They're made in Michigan by my sweet friend Bethany, who owns the manufacturing. But they're almost like construction grade stencils. Caitlin could tell. Oh, 15 millimeters. So it's actually 17 millimeter, but it can vary. So we say 15 millimeter so we can under promise and over deliver.
I don't think 15 millimeters. Mils is the word you're looking for.
Mils. Oh. Well, yeah.
15 millimeters is like almost half an inch.
Okay, 15 mil.
It's like 3/8 of an inch.
Whatever that is. Vicky's, it says that she's got everything painted walk on water. She's probably batch painting with us.
Love a good batch paint.
We have some cute new decor in the shop. I was there today, and I was in the back room, and I have a bunch of stuff that needs to be put out. A lot of April Cornell fabric, super shabby chic and cute. I want to go shopping for my house. It's hard to make money when you want to buy everything for yourself. But okay, let's show this. Oh, this bird is good.
Hold it back a little farther. I think it focuses. It just looks like bright. Oh, that's too far back. It's very, angle it up a little. More angle. There you go. Now you can see it.
We've got the bird and the butterflies over here.
It's just so bright, like the sun is reflecting off of Odelia's
I'm gonna wax it
right in that window.
I'll have to use these in a different, maybe black with white, but the pink is just so cute. Let me add another little butterfly over here.
How many more weeks of school does Odelia have? Isn't she almost done? It's like a 6-week deal.
I don't know. Sorry, I had to touch that up. I didn't like the way that looked. We have so many projects that we finished that we were looking for projects specifically while thrifting today. Zeb cleaned out the garage. And I'm like,
there are some things in there that still need done, but most of it we've finished. That's not from like last week.
mostly we have terracotta pots.
There's a bunch of terracotta pots that we've been collecting, waiting on that greenhouse that's never going to get built.
Caitlin, doesn't your job require you to come to San Diego? She would probably love that. We're staying in a little teeny tiny cottage without a car.
Listen, it's hard for us to take vacations together because if we're all gone at the same time, there's like who's going to run things?
Usually we plan with Caitlin who's going to be gone when, so we're not all gone.
There's not overlap.
Thank you, Alley Cats. We should do an event here because then that would totally work to have Caitlin involved in that. We actually are going to do something in August here because the Historical Society is putting a big plaque outside of our shop. So we'll probably do something with that too. But I haven't made anything definitive because that's really close to our 25th wedding anniversary.
August? Well, and football season is in full swing, which means lots of cheer and lots of football.
Yeah.
And it's Eliza's senior year.
So we're not missing anything.
If they're traveling, we're going to probably travel and go see where they're cheering at. We go to all the games local because they rarely travel more than 45 minutes to play football in Utah.
I don't think
occasionally they'll play a team from out of town, from like Vegas or way down in St. George. The cheerleaders don't always go to those games though, so because then you got 2 buses you got to take. The school district frowns on that.
Sorry. The other reason I went pink with this is because I'll show you. This comes with these flowers, and they're kind of like a dusty pink, and I just thought that the colors would coordinate well. So this comes with these. So anyways, I don't want to shove them in there because I gotta distress and wax this. And I did paint the bottom off camera.
The metal's hot.
I don't know if I'm going to get any distress off of here because DIY paint is so thick.
All right, I gotta let that cool down. It's too hot for me to touch it.
Slightly.
What else is on our papers over here?
Oh, little clocks. Here.
I got the little clock.
The little pocket watch clock?
Yep, I'm doing that one right now. And I'm doing the big one. The pressed tin wall art, the Prey one. I think I'm gonna go a lighter color on this.
Can we do a video on how to assemble a clock kit? We probably could. We could actually, I've been talking about bringing back kits again. You know, we used to do them. Not on a recurring basis, but like, hey, we have 100 of these and then people can sign up. Because we do have supplies. But that's probably not going to happen for a hot minute. We got a lot of other irons in the fire.
Okay, so these are the next ones. I think we got crinoline out, right?
What?
Are you stenciling with crinoline?
I'm done right here.
Oh, I'm just going to use it on
the Prey.
No, on the Prey.
Are you going to dry brush or plaster? I do a super heavy dry brush.
Yeah, I think there we go.
I did know you can, if you take a survey, you can get 15% off a DI. I forget to do it often because I don't buy that many clothes, but I did know it. I should probably do it. All right, I'm going to wax this. I will show you guys what it looks like wax because you're going to see that crinoline really pop quite a bit more with the wax on there. Now it will dry a little lighter. Let me grab a paper towel. You guys missed my mom sneaking around getting a croissant out of the pantry. A Let me show you. Actually, let me do the end cap so that you can see the big flower. I'll do the whole thing and then I'll bring it up close. Now I'm going to wax the whole thing eventually, so don't worry that I'm not doing the inside right now. I'm just trying to do the parts that you can see so I can show you how pretty these stencils are. Just making sure you're doing it right.
I'm going heavy.
I would do it, but you're doing more of a swirl. I do some dry, like brushing too. Not that I'm telling you what to do.
Don't worry, we got lots of brushing. I'm just trying to get it down on the inset because it got down in there some, and so I don't want it to feel left out when I dry brush the top.
Okay. All right, Zeb, make sure that they can see this.
It's so bright. Yep, you can see
In
it
real life,
really
you
well.
can see it. So we got birds, butterflies, a flower on the end with a butterfly. We've got 5 butterflies here, 3 and 2, a nice little balance, and then another butterfly and flowers. So I'm super excited for this month's stencil subscription. I think it's going to be something that I'll wind up using a lot.
Might come back with a little wet distress and bring some of this back out.
I wouldn't wet distress it, but you could just lightly use 320.
I don't know if I have any 320.
I do. Just kind of wipe off the pink. I'm using DIY wax, so this will sit till tomorrow, and then I'll buff it off. Thank you, Fiona. I think these stencils are really pretty. I'm really proud of them. I work hard every month, but this month I feel like I worked especially hard to get them just right.
Sometimes you get luckier with how you want your composition to come out. Like sometimes you just fight it.
Yeah.
I was designing some papers last night, and I was like, I just couldn't get the coloring. I think I got it this morning, though I slept on it. But it just looked drab and orangey, and then there was gray where I didn't want it. And no, I think I need to do a little wet. It's
really hard sometimes to describe what you want. You just know what you don't like. That's probably the hardest thing for me. Probably the hardest thing.
Well, I had a bunch of papers I liked, and I showed Jamie. I'm like, all right, pick from a few of these, and she picked 2. I'm like, that's not going to work. That's not a release.
Listen, I can't be putting things out in the world that I can't put my stamp on. I want everybody to be super happy.
This better with the wet.
With the products. Oh yeah, that does look good. I mean, you can't please everybody, right? But I can please myself. I make sure that I like it. Yeah, I'm working on photo albums. After I get our wedding album done, I'm going to work on getting photo albums put together for like all the kids, various stages in our life. Just going to put like dates and names on them. I used to scrapbook back in the day, but ain't nobody got time for that. It's real cute, but I made it through about 2.5 children. Oh, I missed a whole side of wax here. Right now I'm just like wiping off the excess wax because it sometimes gets a little chunky, but I'll buff it later.
Now comes that dangerous part in distressing where you don't want it to look like a cheetah.
I don't like that.
You don't like it? What's wrong with it? What do you not like? Tell me what you don't like about it.
It looks a little patchy.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come back.
It looks like Harrington's facial hair.
Oh, no, not that.
It's a little patchy.
I'm going to come back with some gold. I think that'll fix everything.
Okay. I could go for that.
It's not as raised as you might think, so it's not dry brushing like I wanted it to.
It's all right. If you would have dry brushed it like watch. Let me just let me try real quick.
You said heavy dry brush.
Yeah.
And I went heavy.
You were like a swirling.
Well, I had to get the background.
Yeah, but you do that later.
So you don't want the gold?
No, I think the gold will be good. I'm just a little. There we go. And
listen, this is your thrift. I just picked it up first to finish it. I had zero vision for what I wanted this to look like.
Some people think I'm bossy, and I'm just like, listen,
No, she's bossy. But it's okay.
But you're not always obedient.
Listen, I hate guessing what she wants. So, like, tell me what you want. Like, don't beat around the bush. Just tell me.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
Because then, if it's not the way she wants, then she's like, oh, yeah, I like it. But then she doesn't really like it. And we go 6 months. And then I find out she didn't ever like it. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I care zero about how this is finished.
That rarely happens. I usually tell you more than you'd like to know. All right, this I need you to zip off the handles.
Just don't wait a long time, because if we get 6 months down the road, the likelihood that I'm circling back and actually fixing the thing that you don't like is about 0.001%.
I'm going to work on something else. When you're done with that, can you zip this off for me?
Yep.
I'd like for you to zip off these handles right here.
Just right there, not in the middle.
If anybody was wondering about working with your spouse, it's actually not too bad. People always think that it's hard. I'm like,
it's not hard.
If you can raise kids together, you can work together. If you can't do that, then work on it.
Just going to give it a little shimmer.
About leadership skills. Okay. Taking out that for my frame. And then this purple has to go. I'm thinking I'm going to paint the back cream, and then I'll do pink on this, and then some floral. Julie says her husband is making her grocery shop. I'm really good at ordering groceries, Hazeb.
Yep.
I'm a grocery ordering profesh.
The gold is really making this. So the reason we went light wasn't because we wanted to like necessarily distress back, but when you do the contrast and you get this nice two-tone, now you can actually see all the detail that's actually on this piece, whereas before it kind of got lost in the dark color.
Did you use a, oh yeah.
Yep. You used that last.
I did.
You set that there.
I sure did. Somebody's going to comment, she took over Zeb's project. I sure did.
Wasn't mine to start with.
You should probably pray about it, the sign says.
Yep.
It's that time of year where we think about forgiveness. It's Easter. So you'll have to forgive me for taking over.
I'll think about it.
Hey, grandkids 8. She says, love watching you both. Well, thank you. We're glad you're here. So is that grandkids 8 because you have 8 grandkids? Because that's kind of fun. Cortrita wants to know everybody's cooking. What are you making for dinner? I tried to convince Zeb to make dinner last night, but he was doing papers.
I was busy. I wasn't having it.
So I heated up some chicken tortilla soup.
That was good.
It was good. Costco knows how to Make that right.
So I already cooked the steaks that were going to go bad because we didn't get to them.
You have youth group tonight, and Jack has baseball tryouts.
I already told him I might be late because tryouts are going to come
and
first.
I have a cheer parent meeting, so Zeb and I are dividing and conquering.
We have plenty of leadership there tonight, so they might not even need me because it's all combined with all the youth together.
My boys have been loving chicken quesadillas. I bought those little packs of chicken, like the little single serving. If I buy the big thing of cooked the grilled chicken, it just winds up going bad. But if I buy those little packs of chicken, my boys will take those and make chicken quesadillas, which I love because they're both athletes, and so they just need lots of protein. And those little organic chicken packs are perfect. And I know it costs more than if I cook the chicken myself, but A, I don't always have the time, and B, it's more likely that they're just gonna eat a bowl of cereal. So I've been buying those and they've been loving them. And they prefer pre-cooked chicken over pre-cooked steak.
Pre-cooked steak is hard because it can get real dry and real overcooked real fast. I mean, so can chicken, but typically chicken tastes like whatever seasonings you put on it, and you throw a little butter on there and you're good to go.
So for ordering groceries, Alley Cats, I use predominantly Sam's Club because I have their premium membership, so it's free over $50. Just have to tip the driver, and they don't increase any of their prices. And then I also use DoorDash because I have a DoorDash membership.
What do you guys think? I think with our powers combined, did we bring this together?
No, I like that. It's good. Good.
I'm going to go outside. I might be gone for a minute because I'm going to have to change the blade on my grinder.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to be painting this frame. I'm probably going to do 2 coats of the DIY to cover this bright purple. And then I'll use plaster because it has a built-in sealer. And then I'm going to do petticoat pink on the inside. And I'm going to leave petticoat pink because I think I'm going to do a paint inlay. Vic says she's a Walmart girl. I do actually love Walmart here better than Target because our Target's a mess. But I usually wind up going inside Walmart for whatever reason. But I do sometimes do pickup. On the regular, we have a little grocery store that used to be called Kohler's, which is now Pioneer Market. I still call it Kohler's. It's hardly bigger than a gas station for real, but they have a really great selection. The pricing isn't bad, and it's locally owned. So I shop there. If I'm going into a grocery store, like, oh, we just need this for dinner or whatever, I can get to that grocery store and home in 12 minutes. No problem. So that's where I do buy a lot of stuff. And lately we've been loving Winco because they have Thrifty's ice cream, but it's not close to us. So we have to be like going there for something else. I also do Amazon grocery, at least here in Utah, has a lot of good grocery options. So if I am ordering something and I want to have it come like same day or the next morning, and you have to spend like $25, I'll usually look through our kitchen and see what we need. And then my kids always laugh. They're like, Mom, 4 yogurts, 1 lemon, a banana, some soup, and some Italian sausage came with some floats for the pool. They're like, what were you doing? And I'm like, seems normal. Because I don't use Amazon for like my big shops. I just use it for like filling in between. Yeah, Winco's private brand is pretty good. Their carne asada was super, super tough. But Deb made some beef jerky with it. Their ribeye isn't too bad. And I love to go to Winco because I feel it's like I'm shopping in the 1990s. Like some of their pricing is that good. Oh, Denise wants to know our gal's opinion on sushi. We love sushi here. Sushi and like shrimp cocktail are very popular at the Ray House, which I usually order from Sam's Club. Our Sam's Club has a really good sushi maker. I don't know what it's called. Fiona says we got a Wendy's here. I mean, like this Wendy's. That's so. I'll tell you guys a little story. Zeb's not in here. Not that I wouldn't say in front of him, but Zeb's a little fussy about things. He doesn't like to let that be known on camera. But I'm in charge of figuring out where we eat. So we were done at DEI, and we were both hungry. I was a little hungrier than him probably because I was a little cranky. And I found this taco joint just around the corner from DI. It was like 0.7 miles, which is the perfect distance because Zeb doesn't want to drive too far either. And we get there, and Zeb's like, that's too fancy. Like, I've never been here. I don't know. So like, put my phone down. I'm like, well, then you make a decision. He's like, did you just throw your phone? I was like, well, I am hungry and I didn't know. And it looks really good. So then we went to Wendy's because we could drive through because Zeb didn't want to deal with parking. I just don't like when Zeb doesn't want to do something most of the time. I'm like, I'm not going to, it's not worth it to me. And you know how much it costs for 2 people to eat at Wendy's? And mind you, I had a $6 biggie meal. I did get an ice cream. $24. We could have eaten at the expensive taco place for that. But the Dr. Pepper is really good. And so was my thin mint, what's that called? Frosty. So, okay, let's get to paint. What you guys came here for. Where's my pink? I need to go get an inlay. Maybe I have one in my box. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try not to be off camera since Zeb's not in here. Can you guys still see me over here? Or you just see my arms? All right, hold on. I'll be back. Now I'm in here. Just need to find a paint inlay that will work with my color scheme. I've been loving the lattice rose, which is probably what I'm going to use because that's what's in here. I don't know that I want to do orange damask. Do you have anything else in here? All right, I'm gonna have to go deep in the big box. Sorry, guys. Let me grab that. See you later, Caitlin. I just gotta go grab my nephews from school. If you guys are new here, Caitlin is my niece. Somebody thought she was my daughter, which we will claim her, but she's not my daughter. She's my niece. She's the first niece that was born to where I was old enough that I felt like an aunt because I was like 9.5. And I used to watch her sleep. She's just the sweetest, super chubby baby. Very even-tempered and smart and sassy as a toddler. Oh my gosh, Caitlin was so funny. All right, I'm going to use this paint inlay. Pink. You got teriyaki on Saturday. It was $100. That's also why we do cook at home a lot because Zeb and I are actually like not a lot, but like more than I want to because Zeb and I are actually pretty decent cooks and we can create like really nice meals for way less obviously than eating out. I mean, we are DIYers. And we love to try new things. I love to read a cookbook like it's a regular book. Right now I'm reading Alex Garner Shelley's Home Cooking. But right now, because we've got we're working on a paper release and we've got the cottage going, it's just like a little bit crazier than normal. So we're not spending as much time cooking. But on Sundays, because we don't work on Sundays, Sundays is a big cooking day or baking day usually. This last Sunday, we just had waffles. That was our big meal. But we usually do spend a lot of time cooking and baking on Sunday. Although we've been out of cookies for a while. I did make a banana cake last week and it was gone in 2 days.
All right, this is ready.
I told them the story about the tacos today, Zeb.
Oh.
Now I threw my phone at how Wendy's cost as much as the tacos.
Oh, I was zero cares about cost. I did not want to sit down and be waited on. Was not in the mood.
Well, you let the people know that when Zeb doesn't want to do something, it's not easy to make Zeb do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not bossy then. I usually I usually give in, don't I?
I don't care much about very many things, but when I do care, like, you might as well just go home.
There you go. You heard it here first.
My mic back on.
I need to double coat this.
Well, here's the thing about like my beef with service industry.
Here's the TED Talk nobody asked for.
Nobody needed it. Nobody wanted it. I love great service, and I love going to the restaurant and having the experience. I'm a very fast eater. Like, I want to eat, I want to get done. It's like a superfluous thing. Like, I'm not eating typically for enjoyment. I do have foods I love and like, and I tend to try to eat those all the time. But like, I will eat an entire like 7 to 1,500 calorie meal in about 3.5, 4 minutes. And then I'm done and I'm ready to go. And when you're at a restaurant, it takes them 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes to even come get your order. Then they got to cook it. Then you got to eat it. And then I'm sitting there waiting because they're like, well, maybe he needs to digest because he wants dessert. I'm sure it's part of their training, like make me sit there. After I sat there and I'm done eating for like 15, 20 minutes, like I'm done. Like I want to go. If it's not like a random lunch, if we're like going out,
like on a date.
Yeah, on a date, different circumstance. I'm in the middle of my workday right now though, so I'm like, let's get home and get stuff finished.
I was just gonna say Zeb's not like that when we're on a date. Although Zeb, when he has a lot of things to do,
I still don't
Zeb
want
isn't really one to also schedule dates. So if I want to go on dates, I have to plan them usually. But Zeb willingly attends them every now and then. If it's like something special, I love it when Zeb.
I guess my whole thing is let me decide how long I want to be in your restaurant instead of like taking forever to bring me the things that I need.
There you go. So that wasn't happening today. So we went to Wendy's and it was $24. We were actually going to go to Subway because I had a coupon, but there was no places to park. So we scratched that idea. All right. Now I'm going to second coat this. Any questions? Wendy's prices have gone up. Yeah. Well, it would not have been so bad because I ordered a biggie bag, but I like to get a large soda with extra ice, which is mostly like half a can of soda by the time you're done. And then I got an ice cream, so that added to it. And I didn't eat the whole thing because I don't eat, like if I'm gonna have an ice cream, I mean I ate like half of a small Frosty, I ate half a burger and like 10 fries. That's about as much as I eat. And so then I have a bunch left over, but I put in the fridge. So really, there'll be a little snack for the boys when they get home. I'll take my chicken nuggets that came in my biggie bag and my fries, and I'll put them in the air fryer for them. Emma says, I'm with Zeb. I like to eat and get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Culver's, I feel like, is high quality food, even though it's a fast food restaurant. So I don't mind paying a little extra for that. But Wendy's really is just fast food. It's not high quality. And I mean, we all know if you've been buying groceries that groceries do cost a decent amount these days. So you just gotta buy smart. I feel like if you shop the sales and you plan a little better, you can stretch $1. We don't do that as much anymore because it takes more time than we have, and it doesn't make sense when there's things we need to do to make our business make money. It doesn't make sense to stretch it that way. But back in the day, I could stretch $1.
Well, time is the most valuable commodity you have. It's finite. You don't get more of it. So, spend it how it's the best to be spent.
It is kind of weird though, because when you're used to that for like predominantly our married life, that was how it was. Sometimes I have to remind myself, Jamie, you don't have to get the big email. If you want a Frosty, you can get that. Like, you think I should know that by now? Because I mean, it's not a secret. I can spend money, but you get in this habit and you're like, no, you can order what you want. Because Zeb has always ordered. I'm the one that's like, okay, I could get a way better deal if I order this. No, Zeb will just order what he wants.
I also save in different ways.
Yes, Zeb would just not eat out.
So, yeah, but I was just thinking about it. I'm like, some people may hear my little rant and think that I'm not a good tipper. I'm a very good tipper.
Oh, yes. I'm a good tipper too, but Zeb's even better. Okay, so I'm laying this down. I thought I didn't get it on here good, but I did. I'll just distress a little on the edges here. I'm laying this in my paint, and I'm going to get this wet. Now, one thing that is to know, if you have Culver's, they have certain days of the week where you can get their custard at like a really good price. You stock up your freezer. I have an app for every place that I like to eat on a regular basis. There's also an app subsequently for Jamie Ray Vintage. And we do have a rewards program. So make sure you guys sign up for that.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, I guess we should back up just a little bit and be like we're going to go to this thing at Debbie's and we're probably going to eat out a few times with other people. That's on the menu. That's part of my day.
Well, that's part of the fun.
Yeah, that's like part of the work.
Listen, there ain't no rushing Debbie.
Oh, you don't rush her.
You do not rush Debbie.
Also, she probably will hate me for saying this, but like, if you want to be on time, tell her that it actually starts about 45 minutes before it starts.
She's not watching this, but Zeb has to be super patient because he's like an on-time guy.
I am not even an on-time guy. Like if you're 10 minutes early, you're right on time for something.
That is why my makeup and hair takes about 6 minutes because Zeb is not waiting for me to get that done right. Okay, so I've got my inlay. I wet the back.
I think you look gorgeous the way you wake up, so we're ready to go as soon as you roll out of bed.
I'm gonna go set this in the sun for a few minutes, and when it dries, I'll show you guys what this looks like. And then I'll paint that tray while this dries.
I also have to fight Debbie when it comes to pay the check. I always want to pay, and she's always wanting to pay too. And then it's like a big thing at the restaurant, and I'm like, Debbie, pretend like it's 1950 and just let me pay for your food.
Well, I think now we rotate more. Like, we're getting better. Well, it used to be like we were her retailer, but she actually uses our is a retailer for our stencils and uses, so it like works both ways now. Denise says her daughter takes 40 minutes. I don't even know if I needed to shower and shave all the parts of my body and deep condition my hair and blow dry it and curl it, I could maybe take 40 minutes. But I would get bored halfway through and probably give up and put my hair in a messy bun. That's the other reason I'm really good at getting ready fast, because I lose interest. I don't want to get pink paint, or I don't want it. What color should I paint this, Eb? I hadn't really thought that far.
I don't think you're going to want that orange to come through anything, and except for maybe like a dark plum pudding. Yeah. I was going to say plum pudding. Okay. There you go.
Hopefully I have enough.
And hopefully it's not like a Phoenix Suns orange, so you should be good.
It's like a rusty orange. The funny thing about Zeb being on time, though, since we're airing out all of our dirty laundry.
There's no dirty laundry. It's just life. It's just living.
If it's something he doesn't want to do, the man will not be rushed. There will be no rushing.
And I may not go at all. I'm plenty happy to send you off to go do your thing without me.
So don't push him. But subsequently, I'm similar. So we've been married long enough. We've acquired.
Like, if you go do that without me, I might actually get a project done.
Sometimes I have to, like, Zeb's really good about if I say, I know that this is not that important to you, but it's really important to me. He will be better about what we're doing because he is a really good husband. Like, he wants me to be happy. But I have to be willing to say, and some women don't want to do this. They're like, I just want him to know. I have to be willing to say, Zeb, this is really important to me. And then he's like, so, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And it's kind of the same thing for me. There's things that maybe I don't necessarily want to do, but if I know that it's important to him, then it becomes important to me. So that's what works well. Linda says, I've gotten out of bed, showered, dressed, and out the door in 9 minutes, not washing my hair. You know what does take me a long time is getting all my supplements chewed and swallowed. This Sunday, I forgot to put my supplements in my little pill keeper. So it's taking every day. I'm like, oh, I should have done that because it saves me so much time. And I can just like grab them and go in the car. What the heck is wrong with this brush?
Might have been used for oil wax.
I got it.
Sometimes you just got to give it a little.
Husbands can't read our minds. That is true. Yeah. And I don't know why.
And even if we've lived with you for 25 years, we still can't read your minds. We know your preferences and what you like, but that actually changes with the weather.
Yeah. Well, it changes with the time of the month too. I'm happy to say that I'm almost out of the monthly visitor, but Eliza's about to get it to come in. And last night we were taking over/under bets as to when it was going to start. She did not think that was funny, but the rest of us did. That's what it's like to live in the Ray house. We are probably too familiar and we talk about everything.
Listen, it's all just natural weekly,
It's how we all
monthly,
got
daily
here, right?
functions of life.
Yep.
And literally, it is how we all get here.
I, on camera, just look a lot better with some makeup. I don't wear a ton. In fact, some lady told me I needed to go to a professional and have them do some makeup. I'm like, I don't really want to look like a streetwalker. I remember the days of Merle Norman. My mom went in and got her. I'm sure they're not all that way, but my mom went to Merle Norman and she's like, I think I look like a streetwalker. And I'm like, I do wear good makeup, but I don't wear like a ton. But it does look better on camera. If you're going to be on camera, to have a little bit of blush goes a long way. A little bit of mascara. You don't have to wear a ton. Everybody still using Klingon brushes?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a zebra brush.
This is Klingon.
These are less expensive.
This is our JRV stencil brush. This one, it came in a kit that we showed you guys, kind of like a starter pack for the zebra brushes. And we'll use it up till it's all gone up. It's a good brush.
Yeah, zebras are not as good as Klingons, but they're way less expensive. And not everybody wants to invest Klingon prices. So we like to carry brushes that are good, but at different price points. And I think for the price point, these are really good value for the price point. They do Klingon does a great job.
That's a good way to describe it. For what you pay, it's probably one of the best values out there on the market.
This is when I finally bought a new brush after 2 years of using one brush to do hundreds of projects, Zebra was the first brand I bought. And at the time, I thought was very expensive because money was really, really tight. I was painting with Oops paint, just trying to make ends meet. And I was like, oh, this is nice to have two brushes. Now I feel like I'm in great wealth to have all of these paintbrushes to choose from. People shouldn't be telling me to wear my makeup. I know. I feel like because
we take a lot of things with a grain of salt.
Yeah. It really didn't hurt my feelings. It's because I feel like because we are so just like whatever, people feel like they know us, right? And like something that you tell somebody that like was a good friend of yours, if you're just being real with them, is how a lot of people are with us. Now, some people are a little malicious, but this person was totally not being malicious at all. But what people also don't realize is sometimes we literally film all day, and I'm not the kind of person that's going to stop and redo my makeup all day. Occasionally, I'll add some more blush because it will make me look less tired on camera. It doesn't actually change any amount of tired. I am as tired as I am, but mostly you get me how you get me. Don't turn into a Daffy Duck duplicate. I did get, you guys probably didn't even notice, but I did get lip filler one time. You want to tell them about that then?
I hated it.
He didn't talk to me for like 2 days.
Well, when she went into this journey of let's get some filler and some stuff done to our face, I told her, I'm like, just don't get your lips done. I don't care. I'm like, it's your body. You can still get your lips done. Well, what happened when you didn't get your lips done?
You didn't talk to me.
Well, I kissed you, and I'm like, it feels like I'm kissing a stranger. I can't do it.
And he figured it out. But I also didn't get a lot. Like most people that saw it wouldn't have been like, oh, she had lip filler. So I totally know what you mean. But if people like lip filler, to each their own. I think in Utah, it's like really common. And I just don't like it because everybody looks like they're related because they all look similar.
All right, next project.
A lot of people also confuse Botox with lip filler. Like when they hear that I do Botox, they're like, oh, just don't do too much. Botox freezes wrinkles, doesn't fill them out, and doesn't make you look poofy. If somebody looks like really tight, that's because they've had filler.
Okay, so that's for the metal tray.
Little difference there.
Oh.
Cortrina says, if you want to do Saturday night thrift haul in your PJs, it's okay. That's good because I'm probably in my pajamas 50% of the time. And if I'm wearing an oversized sweatshirt, I'm probably not wearing a bra. Yes, lip filler was painful. So that's the other reason I would want to do it again.
Did you have another plan for this besides gold?
Nope. And I have the gold paint over here and the brush. You don't need a big one.
I'm going to use the big one. It's already got gold on it from dry brushing.
Now, I do know that they like do laughing gas for lip filler now, but yeah, it was really painful. And I feel like my lips are fine. I actually only did it just because I have like some wrinkles in here. But whatever. I'm 43, almost 44. Like wrinkles are going to happen. It is part of life. And I'm not saying never, but I thought I for sure, I was like, when I turn 60, I'm definitely going to just want to get a facelift, you know, but I've been seeing all these videos and people are like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm like, that looks so painful. And I do have like, if you've ever seen my mama, she's 86. She looks really good for 86. So I'm working with some genetics. She's a cute lady. Deborah says her hubby's not a fan of lipstick. Tell them how you feel about my lip plumping.
You got to warn me if you got the lip plumper on because it like makes my lips go numb, and I don't even use chapstick. Like I'm from the school of let your body acclimate to the climate you're in. So I'll deal with the chappy lips till it goes away and my body fixes it. Man, the lip plumper stuff that gets me every time.
I actually like the way the lip plumper feels. I tried colored lipstick for a while, but my natural lips are pretty pink.
See,
like I don't have anything on.
I care about things.
Yeah, like I have nothing on right now. I don't know if you can see, and when I do wear stuff, it's not much different.
Listen, everybody has their agency, right? Like I believe in it. It's probably the best thing ever going, right?
If you do all this to your face, Jesus will not recognize you. Jesus knows my heart. So
here's the thing. Jamie can do whatever she wants, but she doesn't get to choose how I react.
That is true. It's just funny. People are funny. I remember when I did get lip filler, though, I was in a friend group that I'm no longer in anymore for various reasons, not be related to lip filler. But they all gave me crap. They're like, why are you changing the way you look? Every single one of those women colors their hair. It's not their natural color that God gave them. Most of them now all have tattoos. God didn't give them tattoos. And they felt the need to give me a hard time about lip filler. I'm like, those are my face. Could all stand to be just a little nicer. Or just keep your comments in your head. If anybody knows exactly how I feel about everything, it would be Zeb, because I just tell him and then I can be nice.
Well, you got to get it out.
I got to get it out or I'm going to explode. And, you know, you're my best friend, so you hold all the secrets.
I am a vault.
You are a vault. Sometimes.
All the times.
Sometimes you say things that I'm like, Zeb, that wasn't public knowledge.
Oh. What did I say?
I don't know.
So you can't even remember.
But it happens. You're not always a vault. Vicky says she's a chapstick in every room. There's a brand called Tarte, and they have a cherry plumping lip thing, and it is hands down my favorite. My daughters love it too.
So my mom comes out west to visit us, and she's been back east and in the south enough now. Her body can't do it. She basically brings a gallon of lotion and about 43 chapsticks. And she still goes home with chappy lips.
If I go someplace super humid, I break out because my skin is not used to the humidity.
So I actually have the reverse problem. Like when we go to the UK, it's fine while I'm there, but then when we come back home, we're there long enough that humidity sets in, and then I get dry lips when I come back out here.
All right, if you guys wear makeup, just because we're talking about it, and I'm just literally just painting something purple, it's not that exciting. Comment with your non-negotiable. So like that if you wear nothing else, what you'd wear. Denise says if she wears nothing else, it's lipstick. For me, if I wear which I usually, I don't know when there'd be a situation that I'm wearing just one thing, but it would probably be either mascara or blush. My eyelashes are naturally pretty dark anyways, but it does make a big difference in my eyes. But I do just love a good blush. And blush, I didn't always used to wear, but as I've gotten older, maybe it's because I've lost the natural pinkness to my cheeks, I love a good cream blush. Lisa says eyeliner or mascara. Lori says concealer. Vicky says chapstick. Love is all you need is mascara. What's your favorite brand of bag to carry? Well, I think anybody could tell you what my favorite bag is. I have a Louis Vuitton that I picked up secondhand, and I wear it pretty much. It's my daily driver. I do have a few other bags. I have a Burberry that I love and a Balenciaga that I got secondhand, but my Louis is
actually, they're all secondhand.
Yeah, I did buy a new fanny pack to take to California when we go to Kobe's, but I buy all my purses secondhand. I buy them secondhand because then when I'm done with them, I can usually sell them for what I paid for them for. What I did just buy that I love for my purse though is a purse organizer. It's like an insert because my Louis is like a big open hole, and I have this organizer, and it's really helped me keep track of all my stuff in my bag.
I'm going to bring this in close in just a sec.
Leslie said, I noticed my video looked better with lipstick and blush. A little makeup goes a long way on camera. I'm just going to say that. That's why even men wear makeup on camera. Some, it's a little heavier than others, but it does help. Angela says she has the organizer. She has 2 different colors for her bags. Maybe says she wears sunscreen. I wear tinted sunscreen every day. What brand of makeup do I use? So I use a bunch of different brands. If you go on YouTube, you can actually see my Get Ready With Me video, and it has everything that I use. Or if you go on Like to Know It, I have it all linked. I don't use any one brand for anything. I do have products that I like that I just use the same things over and over again. Every now and then I'll try something new, but
she gets influenced from someone online.
Yeah. I like to buy my stuff from Sephora or Ulta though, because if you have something you don't like, they'll take it back.
I would probably call Jamie's the Working Girls kit.
And the what?
The Working Girls makeup kit.
Yeah, my makeup is pretty easy. Vic, go ahead and email info@jamierayvintage.com to Caitlin, and then she would just be like, hey, I need to ask Jamie something, and she'll forward me the email. Denise is talking about white hair is really pretty. My gal that does my Botox injections has started letting her gray come in, and I actually think it's really pretty. She has some Asian background, so she has the most gorgeous black hair. So the silver coming in is gorgeous. I may be done coloring my hair because my gal might be moving to North Carolina. So
I told her we should just chase her. I've been trying to get her to move to a wooded, heavily subtropical state for a long time. They have lots of deer there.
Is that what's your beauty routine?
My beauty routine, this is funny. Eliza sometimes showers in our shower, and she's like, Dad, I noticed you don't have any face wash or anything. Like, where do you stop washing with bar soap and start washing with face wash? And I like busted up laughing because I was like, you think I use face wash? I use bar soap for everything. And then I shave in the shower. Jamie got me an electric razor, which I use on the top of my head and back of my neck and keep that all clean. I still use a razor on my face. And his back
if we're going to be at the beach.
Yeah. I still use a razor on my face because it basically is better than face wash. It exfoliates every day.
That's his microdermabrasion.
But that's the whole routine right there. That's it.
He does use French soap because that's what we carry in the store. And he's the reason we carry the French soap because he really liked it. And he's like, we should carry this. So
here's the thing. Don't give me a soap that's like got like oils and potions and stuff in it. I don't want to feel oily when I'm using soap. Like
On a
that's
clean soap.
the soap is to get the grease off.
Yeah, the French soap we carry is not a squeaky soap, and it's not an oily soap. It just gets you nice and clean. That was way more work than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, I need to distress this. I'm getting too much story time today. I'm not getting my work done.
Joanne, there's a thing called LTK. You can download the app, and then just search Jamie Ray Vintage. And I'm not super great. I'm trying to be better about it, but I post on there like my outfits, my makeup. I put my Christmas tree on there, and I link everything. I don't like to do too much on my regular social media just because I know that not everybody wants to hear about it all the time. But we do have people that ask. So I started an LTK, and that's been helpful. The best thing I ever did for my hair was start using heatless curls. My hair is pretty much done every day. I wash it once a week, and then I either let it air dry or blow dry it, and it's so great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another coat of this plum pudding. Oh, I forgot about my paint inlay. Got started talking about makeup and hair. They said you're a very patient man talking about all this stuff.
Oh, it's fine. It's my whole day. I have a wife and
But
two
like,
daughters.
Makeup is like art, you know, like you're painting your face. So he understands. Like, is it his favorite thing? No, but it's not like.
I'm not sitting there in the morning watching you put it on.
No, but you will, like, if we go to Ulta or Sephora, Zeb will give me his honest opinion on the shades of things.
We have this perfect arrangement. There's a Sportsman's Warehouse next to the Ulta in Saratoga Springs, which is right next to the Costco and the Deseret Industries when we're thrifting out there. And she's like, hey, I got to run in here and get this, this, and this. I'm like, great. See you in about 15.
Last time we went, the guy that works at Sportsman is way more interested in Ulta than Sportsman's Warehouse. It was so funny. I walk and he's like, ooh, did you have fun at Ulta today? What did you get? So I showed him everything.
He's like, do they still have this sale going?
All right, let me go get my.
It was funny.
My frame.
Okay. This is just, I'm having to put a little elbow grease into this. This is the cottage color in Garden Sage, and it's got a built-in sealer. So the more coats, which we're about 3 coats deep on this, the more coats you put on, the more sealer you get on. And granted, we just did it about 15, 20 minutes ago and set it in the sun. It's still not really wanting to come off. If I were to let this sit overnight, I probably could still scrub paint off if I scrub, but it would be a lot of effort. I think that's good there. That's about, we got looks like a little streak there, so we'll go the other direction. Okay, so if you ever get that, if you're like going in one direction with your distress, whether it's sanding or otherwise, and it looks streaky, go the opposite direction that you were distressing, and it usually will balance that out. Worst case scenario, if I don't like how it distressed, paint again, and then repeat the process.
All right, let's check out our inlay. I got it wet again. Ta-da! Look how cute that is. All right, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna touch up some of the crinoline. I gotta paint the back, but all I really have to do is lightly distress and clear wax this. They said good advice, Seb. I'm gonna lay this over here.
Which advice? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it was on your.
We've got a lot of
soap.
advice. We've been dishing out advice left and right today. I'm gonna have to get there's a lot of gunk on this glass. Probably lived in a garage for a while. That happens. Decor that, I mean, we have it happening here, and then it gets dusty and sits there for a year or two before someone's like, you know, I think I'm just gonna run that down to the thrift store. I haven't used it in a year. Or are these dry? Oh, you use that to wax. I don't want that.
My tote's probably finished drying to the wax. Okay.
I don't know what happened to our glass cleaner, so
I know. I was looking for it the other day.
I'm having to get it wet. We just need to probably get some new stuff, and then
it's actually surprisingly good to just use water
with the dry.
I'm going to try to pull some of this paint out of the cracks here and then dry this some more. I'm excited to see this tray too. I think I am going to put a transfer in the middle of it. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. I'm just glad to get rid of the swirly handles. I think it's better. Some people like the swirly, and that's all right. When we were at the pottery studio for our date night on Friday, they gave me a blowtorch to essentially get a crust on the outside of my piece. And I was like, hey, this is just like when I'm painting. Okay, it's still wet in the cracks, but I'm just putting a transfer in the middle, so I think I can go ahead and do that. Now I got to dig through my transfer box. I have a decent amount of By Any Other Name ones. I'm going to use By Any Other Name, I think, on the plum pudding. I think most transfers look really beautiful on plum pudding. It's a really good neutral-ish purple. I don't think we're going to get all these projects finished today.
We're cruising through them, though.
I need to look on the list.
I've got about 5 sheets of stuff that we're done with almost.
What time is it? Oh, it's only 2:28.
Yep.
We can go to about 3. And then I got to leave and go get Jack from school for agility training for humans.
If you're just joining, you'll have to watch back to the first
to understand
of the
context.
conversation to see why that's funny.
Do you have scissors? What color is the clock? No. That is Garden Sage.
Garden Sage. It's probably one of our best, most used greens. I almost painted it aviary, but aviary is more of like a foresty green, and I wanted it to be more of a springy green. It'll work year round. With the dark coming through, it works. But
see if I can find the scissors.
We also have juniper that is pretty nice. Like it's not. I would say that aviary, which is in the clay base, the DIY paint, is more of like a sagey, darker sagey green. And juniper is more of a darker, like blue green, if that makes sense. It's darker and still very, very green, but it leans cool.
But I don't know where the scissors are.
Oh, I don't know.
It's going to make my life difficult here.
There's like 6 pairs in here the other day. Here's some.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you ready for the reveal? This is done. Now, we could go even farther and do gold on this, but on this, it's kind of got like a rustic textured finish. I'm not going to on this one.
Like, now where's my stick?
Here, let me bring it up close. Can you tell me when there's no glare on it?
Oh, that's good right there. Okay. I mean, there's a little bit of glare, but not so much you can't see.
We did get some of that red coming back through that's on the distress, but predominantly it's got this green and dark texture. And a world map. Who doesn't love a world map?
Can't believe I just, oh, there we go. Just drop this. Okay.
All right, this is pretty well dry. Did this with the golden ticket, which is also a liquid patina, basically a sealer that's been tinted gold. I'm going to dark wax it. Do you need to put some art in that?
I'm getting the words on here first.
Okay. I don't think we have dark wax out, do we? I didn't see it.
Nope. Hey, that's my shirt, Odelia. Now you have to come and model it. Show everybody how cute you are in it, because we sell it. Sure. Yeah, we sell that at jamierayvintage.com. Show Bray how cute you are. Kelly Green is a great jewel tone. And wave for the people. Have fun at nail school.
Here, we'll bring this close. So this is part of a nativity, but it's just the shepherd with his sheep. And Jamie was like, you know what? The whole nativity is not here, so I'm just going to grab this one piece. It's really good. There's even flowers growing out down here underneath the feet.
Did our pallet of sheep heads come in? Do you know?
I haven't seen it.
I think they were supposed to be delivered last week.
I think we would have heard about it from them if it had.
I need to remember to text the shop. I don't know. Randomly, when you said sheep, I was like, just come in. Now I got to text before I forget.
I haven't seen it in the back there.
Oh, 220. We got the sheep's heads in. I'm checking them now.
Just now.
So I need to change the listing to say not pre-order because I put them in as a pre-order. I bought an entire pallet of them.
So let me show you. This is what we're talking about. Those sheep heads. Can they see them? Jamie? Is it on the camera?
What? Yeah, that's our sheep head. Thanks, Seb. They told me they might not carry them anymore, so I spent $1,000 on sheep heads. So I hope people still want them as much as they say they do because we get messaged about them all the time. But the people that I buy them from, you have to spend $1,000 for freight, and they don't have anything else I want. So I just bought all sheep heads. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. I forgot about that. We remembered it was St. Patrick's Day in the car after we'd left to go thrifting, and Jack hadn't quite left for school yet. So we talked to him through the speakers. We're like, don't forget to wear green. Because he's still in elementary school and you will.
I got some green on my hat. It's not St. Patrick's Day green, but it is green.
I have a little bit of green in my eyes. So there we go.
Okay. Then it's going to wipe this back before it dries. I'm not pushing too hard. That golden ticket is pretty fresh. Just kind of wiping off the tops. Okay, that is done. Right now it's done.
That turned out really good.
Okay, now.
Cortrina says she loves her sheep head. She just has to get it hung. And I love is all you need. Said she likes her sheep head too. They've been a really popular. We've had this one up since we built the house, so that's probably why people ask about it a lot.
We can't find them everywhere.
No, I used to have one person that sold them, and then they stopped selling them. Then this other company started selling them, and now they're telling me they might not sell them anymore. And they're literally the only people I've found that have them. So I ordered a lot to hopefully get me through until I can find another manufacturer. Or maybe it'll just be all we have. I don't know. Lori loves that.
I'm glad you like it. It turned out really good. Wait, why do we have two golden ticket lids out here? Do we have two golden tickets? We do.
I got one and you got one. I knew I wanted a golden ticket on that, so I had already grabbed one and had it over here.
What do you think? Gold on this little one? It has that white, like speckled, I think gold.
Yeah.
Gold
but I would do a nice
one.
Thick gold. Use a little brush.
I'm doing a thick gold on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you are going to get to see some gold on the garden sage today.
That's a good combo.
So occasionally, I make sure all the clocks work. I'm bringing this up because we had an email about it this morning. I make sure all the clocks work when we send them out, throw a battery in them, make sure they're ticking. If you ever get a clock from us and it's not working, you need to let us know right away so that we can put like an insurance claim in on it through shipping. Sometimes it's not worth the effort of doing it, but sometimes they get beat up pretty bad headed to where they're going, and we got to let people know.
Pink flowers look really pretty on this plum pudding. Although I feel like I'm going to need to go find something for the top. We'll see. Oh, I got this yellow butterfly. That would be good. Leslie says, got that green top. Do you have it or did you just order it? It's really good.
What?
And I've washed that green top probably like 3 or 4 times too. It's Down East is a brand that we carry. It's a Utah company, and I really like them. They have a lot of really pretty dresses, rompers. Most of my dresses in my closet are Down East, or we carry a brand called Pole, and I wear a lot of Pole items too. My girls borrow all my stuff, so I never feel guilty about having a lot of clothes because we all share them. And on Sunday, they're always coming in my closet to try to borrow a dress, which is fine.
Okay, I got rid of that old clock face when we put this decoupage paper in here early on in the video. I'm going to use apothecary labels. I'm not going to do every number, but oh, I think the other one has Roman numerals.
Leslie, I will tell Odelia that you ordered it because she looks so cute. That'll make her day.
Okay, here are my Roman numerals. So we'll do this. Looks like it only goes, oh, 9, 10. Okay, gotcha. So I'm going to use this to do some 12, 3, 6, and 9.
On what? Did you paint the face?
I decoupaged it.
Oh, I was not paying attention. I'm just in my own little world.
Well, it ripped coming off. See?
Oh, yeah. It ripping just gives you an opportunity for more DIY.
Yeah, I told you, well, early on, I was like, I'm going to spend more time working on this than the big clock.
It happens that way sometimes. Sometimes the littlest projects take the longest time. Oh, Leslie says she just ordered. It's a cute top. Been trying to keep cuter stuff in the shop and update it more frequently because just things that I want to wear. I did have a lady at the bins stop me and ask me about my jacket if I sewed it because I was wearing that quilted one we carry, and I'm like, nope, I am not that talented. Okay, we're getting there. Let me show you guys where we're at. But do you see how there's all this dead space up here? I'm going to now decorate that.
Don't mind me licking the stamp. I just got to get the back wet a little bit.
Oh, man. Jeanette says, hi, everyone. I'm new here. Jamie and Zeb, your content is awesome. I'm enjoying your shows and shopping on your website. Well, welcome, welcome, and thanks for shopping. Leslie also redeemed her rewards points. I love it. Redeem those points, man. Okay,
permanent ink from IOD. We carry that. And then also this apothecary labels stamp. This is what the actual outside of the box looks like. Is also on the website.
I'm going to tell Sally when I see her on the big transfer packs, I need horizontal designs. I love 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about centered. I love IOD, but sometimes I'm like, it's a lot of work to get these designs into a horizontal pattern.
It's a little DNA. Don't worry about it.
The DNA will be gone by the time it gets delivered. Oh, Gail Parks is having corned beef and cabbage later. My mom used to always make that. I'm not a fan, but my mom does.
The corned beef and cabbage that your mom made, but she doesn't really. She makes quesadillas and sandwiches. That's about as far as she goes.
She likes to buy groceries, but she does not want to. She does not wind up cooking. I think she probably cook more during the day, but we are in here filming a lot, which makes it hard. And then in the evening, she's just tired, so she usually will microwave something for herself, and then she'll have second dinner, whatever we make. We're getting there.
I'll come give you guys the close-up. Don't stress.
I bet you they're over there stressing right now, Zeb. They're like, when is that man going to close up? That's actually really cute. Where's my stick? Can we design our own transfers? Well, we can't. We don't manufacture them.
We do the paper, the decoupage
I guess
paper.
if IOD wanted to work with us, like when Debbie did her Vita Flora, maybe, but they don't like, they have a ton of retailers. So I can't imagine that would fly. Okay. I'm gonna put one more little butterfly over here. Well, actually a little moth. I kind of wish I would have put that over here, but it's there now. So it are what it are.
All right, 9 is the XI. Trying to remember my Roman numerals. I had to remember that today too.
What'd you need to know Roman numerals for today?
There was a copyright in Roman numerals.
Oh.
1931. I had it right.
Oh, like on a book?
Yep.
Do you have that 320? Can you hand that over here? Okay. All right, let's lightly distress the edges on this. I'll show it to you guys up close when I'm done.
I almost did that backwards.
After all that?
I almost did 11.
I am going to go over the transfer a little bit, but not a lot of it. So I'm kind of going where there isn't transfer to bring some back that rust color that was on here originally. And then I'm just going to lightly Where's the clear wax brush? It's come to that point in the situation where I'm like,
hard to say. I haven't used it at all over here, so it might be on your own.
Well, let's start cleaning up and maybe it'll show up.
Are you sure it's even out? Have you used the clear wax before?
Yeah. I used it for my tote that's outside.
Did it fall down over here?
It's in the clear wax.
So if your stamps aren't sticking to the backer, clean them. Water, just straight up water. Wipe them down, clean them good, make sure your mat is clean, and they'll stick again. As long as you haven't like scuffed them or scraped them.
Plum pudding already has a sealer in it, but you have to seal over the top of the transfer. And I like to seal the entire area so that way you don't like see a stop and start. Ta-da! I think that's really cute. Plum pudding just looks really good with pink. And I did paint up the edges on this, so I'm going to lightly distress those. I mean, I can make other transfers stretch out on a tray, but it would be so nice to just lay down a whole design and put it on. I guess that would just make me lazy.
That is our favorite way to do it, though.
Yeah. That's actually really cute. All right, what else do we need to do? So I feel like I have this very feminine, not surprising theme going on here today. Let's go get my tote from outside.
Uh-oh.
coat's all done. You guys can see the crinoline. In real life, it shows up a little bit more, but now the wax is pretty well cured because it's out in the sun, so it's not so splotchy. What else do we need to do? Let's see. Metal tray, check.
Yep.
Pocket watch, check. Ooh, this person, Shara, got the pocket watch, and then she also got the April Cornell tea towels and a little Easter lamb. That pocket watch is going to be so cute with that. I'm glad you had to redo the face.
Yeah, it's much better than
Tray is done. Big clock is done. Plaster figurine is done. Oh, the wood mantle clock. Okay. This one.
all the clocks this week.
All the clocks. Now, what I don't know is if this star comes off. So I was going to maybe glue a mold on it. I sell my trays for like close to 40, like 38. If you're doing an event too, where you're having to like pay an entry fee, I feel like $38.95 is probably the least I would sell them for. That's about where mine are at. Oh, that just came right off. Goodbye.
Oh, the star?
Yeah, it just wasn't my jam.
I knew the star was going to come off easy. It was just
I just didn't know if it was like screwed on or what.
So this little second hand fits to this gold copper, and it's like compresses on, and it's not wanting to compress on. And it's so delicate, I can't like just push it on strong.
I've got this bird mold out of resin I did a while back from the mold we have with the nest. I don't remember what that one's called, but it's got birds on it.
Got it.
It's probably called birds. You guys haven't seen us do molds. They're really awesome. We sell a ton of them. And I love the clay, but I also love the resin because when I'm live, I don't want to wait for it to dry. The clay takes a little while. So we're going to put the little bird on here instead of the star. Right under the 6. I'm using Super Glue Gel XL because it dries fast. I could use the star for a Christmas ornament. There's a lot of things that I could use this for. So I'll put it in my drawer. Trying to get off the excess glue. What color should I paint this up? You bought this, right?
I'm actually thinking that like a light color would be really nice on that.
What light color? Like crinoline?
The plaster or something like that.
Plaster? Okay. Can you pass? It's way over there.
Yep.
Do we have and can I have that little brush?
This one?
Nope, the one next to it.
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Sorry. I'll just get this one. Because I want to do this lip, and I'm going to have to be pretty neat to do that.
Okay, little clock.
That's cute. I think Shara's going to like that. Shara is one of our local Utah girls, so she's got local pickup. Sure.
All right. You're doing the wood mantle clock right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, all the clocks. The oval clock sold too.
Clocks are usually consistent good sellers for us.
I think this one is going to come apart easier so that I can just...
Yeah, this face does not come out easy, so...
Oh, I think we could have just pressed it, but...
It's fine.
What happened to, there it is. Yeah, too many. We're at that point in the video where all the projects are spread out all over the place.
The projects or the products that we're using
Both,
on the projects?
both.
They said so cute. Very cute, Zeb.
Oh, thanks. It's easy when you got the good colors.
We have all the things.
Really, though, that garden sage and gold is such a classic look. You can't really go wrong with it. There is a piece of paint.
It's like fancy, but not overly feminine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, the whole thing just came out. Oh, now we have more little screws here to hold in the glass.
Don't lose the little screws.
No, we're good. I'm keeping them safe.
Leslie says, love the Cheshire color. Cheshire color is the color of the month, so it's 35% off. So don't miss out on that. My mom's calling me. Hopefully she knows I'm right here.
She does. She was just out here.
Caitlin, can you call my mom and make sure she's okay? Sometimes she just forgets that I'm live, but just never know. Thanks, Caitlin. Although watch, you call her and she won't answer. Like sometimes she calls me, I call her right back, and then she doesn't answer. And then she says, I didn't see it. And my mom's phone will occasionally block people. And I really don't think it's her doing it because she's just not that tech savvy.
It might be her. You could just have to hit the button while it's ringing.
Oh, maybe. My sister Renee is such a good daughter. She calls her every day. And for a while, she's like, I call mom. I'm sorry. There's a spot right there. I call mom and she's not answering. So I checked and sure enough.
I teased Renee a little bit. I'm like, she's just fed up talking to you, Renee.
She blocked.
She blocked you.
My mom was a good mom.
I've never been a little brother. I'm the oldest of 6. And, you know, it's great fun teasing all these sister-in-laws that I've acquired.
And we don't have any brothers. So it's just us girls.
As the oldest, you can imagine I did my fair share of teasing.
I don't like to be teased. And I don't like when my kids tease each other. So Zeb actually doesn't really tease me very often.
I've done a lot of garden sage. This would probably look good with garden sage on it, but I just don't want to send.
Here, paint it plaster.
Is this plaster?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll 2 garden sage.
Zeb's brother Tyrell tries to tease me, and it's not end well.
He gets in trouble.
He sometimes is mean when he teases. Although you probably were when you were growing up too. But I'm like, I was raised by myself without any siblings really because I'm so much younger. And I didn't have brothers. I will not be teased. Like, it will not end well for you.
I once made my sister cry. Not a proud moment, but we've since made amends, and it's water under the bridge now, so I can talk about it. I was watching my siblings, and she is about 7 years younger than me.
Was it Kate?
No, Barbara.
Oh.
And
that's sad because she's sweet like Odelia.
Barbara is very sweet. But I told her, I'm like, you haven't been listening to me. You hear those sirens? Because there was some sirens like down the road and they were going. I'm like, they're coming for you because you haven't been listening. I called them and they're going to come get you. And she started bawling, right? She's probably like 6 or 7 maybe. And I had her going and I just let it ride. And after about 10 minutes, when they didn't actually come to the house to come get her, I'm like, looks like you lucked out this time. You better listen next time though. And man, that was, I didn't feel bad about it until I was like 20, right? 14-year-old boy, he doesn't care. I was not I was not immune to that, but immune to not caring. But I did apologize to her and tell her that I was sorry. And she didn't even remember that it had happened, so we were good. I'm going to steal your big brush. I need no brush strokes.
Oh, Aunt B is here right as you're talking about your kids, Aunt B.
Yeah, kids call her Aunt B, my sister Barbara.
Yeah, Zeb learned early on.
I started calling her B when she lived with us, when she was going to college. And it's stuck. Everybody calls her B. She signs her name B.
No, you're fine. That's why I had Caitlin call you to make sure you were good. Those are Eliza's, but we're still live. Yes.
Anyway, we don't do a lot of teasing around here. And we also have a solid no tickle rule because our oldest didn't know when to stop tickling.
Well, I just knew that if he ever heard anybody be like, I was just tickling them. So I was smart and said, we're just not doing tickling. Yeah. It didn't stop him from tickling, but then he couldn't like use it as an excuse because that was also not allowed. And for whatever reasons, Zeb's brother thinks tickling is funny too. And I'm like, not in my house. And I am definitely, I don't care how old you are. Rules are rules. We don't do things. If we don't do it here, we don't do it here. Zeb has an Uncle Merlin who likes to tease people. And
that's his whole identity.
He thinks sometimes that I'm kidding when I tell him to knock it off. And I very much am not.
I got to be nice to him, though, because he's got a wrecking yard and I need to get a truck out of there.
Oh, I love Uncle Merlin. And he loves me, but he knows I ain't playing. Same thing with your dad. Your dad likes to tease. And nope.
It's like an era of men from the 50s.
I think it was like acceptable. And I'm just like, it's just not nice. Don't do it. I know you're not intentionally doing it to be mean, but it is mean. So don't tease. I had a cousin who's quite a bit older than me, and she was teasing me. I was on her shoulders. You guys probably don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I was on her shoulders.
How old were you, like 5?
No, probably like 7 or 8.
Oh, you were older.
Old. Yeah.
Old enough to not do what you're about to say you did.
Hey, I warned her. She would not let me off her shoulders. And I said, I have to pee. And she's like, nope. And I was like, you let me off your shoulders or I am going to pee on you. And I'm a lot of things, but if I say something, I mean it. Like, do not mess with me. Do not push me. Like, if you mess with the bull, you're going to get the horns. She did not let me down. And all of a sudden she's like, are you peeing on me? And I'm like, I told you to let me down. Brandy's now in her 50s and I'm in my 40s. And she probably still remembers the day that Jamie told her to put her down. Say what you mean and we mean what you say.
You were doing such a good job of painting that neat, though, and not getting any paint on there.
Don't say that because then I'll mess up. I'm trying to be.
You don't even have your wrist anchored. Skill right there.
Well, I'm not. There's a little bit like on this edge right here. And I'm not like 100%, but I'm going to lightly distress it, so it'll be okay. Denise says, Jamie means business.
She does mean business.
We occasionally will have customers that will say things to, because we're pretty good, but we have like, okay, this is how we do things. Like we don't do custom work. You get what you get, or don't buy something before it's painted, because Zeb and I, we get going and sometimes we forget that how we said we were going to do something. You just don't buy it if you may not like it. And occasionally we've had people say, well, I thought, like, we told you. Like, we're not trying to be rude, but this is how things are done. So if I say it, I pretty much mean it.
Well, and when this live stream is over, I'm not going to have time to come back around and paint it just how you want either. Like, once it's done, it's done.
Well, that's lightly distressed there. I'm doing my very bestest here.
I don't think I'm going to distress this. I don't want that orange wood. It's very orange. I got an itchy nose. I'm about to sneeze. I don't want that orange wood coming back through because the face is kind of yellowy. So I think I'm just going to, I might slap a coat of dark wax on here.
I was just going to say dark wax.
Because no one's going to stop me.
Right.
And that's what Jamie's talking about. Like, I'm looking at the piece, I'm like, I was going to leave it, but it needs something a little extra. It needs a little bit more.
I feel like this is going to need dark wax too. What time is it? 3:02. Okay. Got like 8 minutes and then I got to bounce to pick up Jack. Jack gets out of school at 3:30. His agility is at 3:30. So 2 days a week I have to pick him up at 3:15 so I can get him to his agility on time.
It's fine. They're not doing anything that last 10 minutes.
And anybody that thinks that he's missing out on school, his teacher says it's just fine.
Jack is a lot like Eliza. Like, school is his oyster. He goes there to hang out with all the people. He loves the teachers. They love him.
He does
really well at all his grades. Occasionally he gets in trouble because he's so good at his grades and then he gets bored because he's done with his work and nobody else is.
Or because
he's chit-chatting in class.
He suffers from impulse control, that kid. But anyways, he's like above grade level for everything. Like, there's the grade level benchmark, and then there's where he's at. And then there's like where he started at the beginning of the year and where they wanted him to be. And he's like 220% above that. So half an hour a week is not going to kill him.
He's all on his own little island out there being the youngest kid. We're like, good luck.
Yeah,
Make sure you pass. If he needs help, like, I'll help him do school projects and stuff.
Yeah, but he's not, we're saying that because he's not that way because we push him.
Yeah.
Or because we're helping him do his work. Like, he just is. Jack is just the way he is.
And same with Eliza. She is so self-driven to like get straight A's. She'll lose sleep over it. And even with cheer, like, cheer's a lot. Cheer's basically like a heavy-duty part-time job. Plus, you got to go to school, and it's very physically demanding. Like, they start out running a mile before every practice 5 days a week, and sometimes they have Saturday practices. And then they also do the games besides doing all the practices that they're cheering at. So, you know, and then she comes home and she gets straight A's, and I'm like, I don't know what we did, but we got a winner right here.
Vicky said she found the first wooden bowl we painted provincial when we were demoing it. I love it that you bought that piece of Jamie Ray vintage history.
That's what's fun about the thrift haul. You could go back, and sometimes things are good, but they get lost in the haul because we add so much every week. If it doesn't get sold that week, it might be 300-400 up to, there's 2,000 listings in that collection.
We try to go through it regularly.
Like, it could be 2,000 items down, right? And so good stuff sometimes gets lost. So if you feel like going on a wild goose chase or finding something that we did a long time ago, occasionally there's something from the old shop that pops up and I'm like, oh, I thought that sold. That's pretty rare. Most of that stuff is gone now, but and some of it's upstairs hiding because we haven't had time to either repaint it or it's good and it just hasn't sold yet. But it's in there, and it's fun to see what people find on the website randomly.
People go deep sometimes, and then the gals get to search around the shop and find it.
This clock is going to look so much better, not orange. I can't even tell you. I'm excited about it.
It'd be cute. Do we have any like small transfers that you could put on the frame?
I already waxed it.
Oh, okay. We done.
Yeah.
So we're probably not going to get this finished all the way because I need to let this dry and do another coat. But all I'm going to do with this is lightly distress it to bring back the dark. And then I'm going to dark wax the bird to bring out the detail. So all I did was just lighten up this cloth. It was a little dated with the lone star on here. And now it's going to go into a little bit of a neutral French country look because of the bird. Lacey says, my daughter, Ireland, is super self-driven too. People would always tell us, good job we did with her, but it wasn't us, it was all her. Yeah. That's how I feel about my kids.
We're trying to give our kids like a good basis of what we think is like morals and ethics and treating people kindly, and everything else they accomplish is all on them. Like, we'll provide, we'll show up at games. You need this uniform or this thing for band or cheer or whatever it is. We'll help you out and help you get there. But for the most part, anything you accomplish, that's on them.
Well, I always love it when people will complain about their kids, like the things they don't do, but then they micromanage them their whole life. That is the one thing from running a business. And I have always, even before January Vintage, I've always worked or worked from home. Mostly worked from home. I've done a variety of different things. So my kids have had to learn that the whole world does not revolve around them. And they have had to learn how to do things themselves. And it is very good for children to do
well,
things
like
themselves.
Eliza, she's going to be 17, and her registration slip for her Jeep that she drives came in, and I gave it to her, and I'm like, take this down to the Jiffy Lube. It needs emissions this year. Go get emissions done, and I'll pay for it, but you go get it done. And she's like, I don't know what to say to them. I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, take the slip down, and you'll find out the same way I did. I did it when I did it my first time. And so she's going to go take it down there and get it registered and wait while they do emissions. The same thing with her oil change. She needed an oil change. I'm like, I don't have time to do it at home, so go take it down there.
If you're old enough to drive,
and she's like, I don't want to take it down there. I'm like, just go take it down. It'll be okay. But now she knows, you know, that slip comes in the mail. You just run it down to wherever they do emissions and get it done. And I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll just hand her the slip and the car will get registered. Might even do it when my truck comes. I'll be like, hey, take this down for me.
Our kids also.
And if she whines and complains, I'll remind her that I pay for her insurance and her phone, and she'll do it.
Most of our kids make their own doctor's appointments after they get their driver's license too. Because I feel like if you're old enough to have the responsibility of driving, which is a very big responsibility, you're old enough to make your own doctor's appointments. It is insane to me that people get to adulthood and they're like, I can't go to the doctor or call the doctor. I'm like, really?
And then on the other side of the coin, we have Harrington, who lives 5 hours away, and
never needs help.
I try to help him out, and he's like, no, you can't do that. He is too independent. Also, the oldest child. You know.
He doesn't like us to spend too much money on him, or
like, what do you want for Christmas? I don't need anything. I got a small apartment.
All right, this is all done except for the distress.
But now we just ask, what does Tori want for Christmas? And he'll be like, oh, well, she wants this.
He's pretty good about it. Okay, I'm going to put this needs to go in a baggie. I got to go get Jack. I'll have Zeb show you everything.
I'll be done here in just a sec. I'll scooch over so I can still see comments.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Is it 3:15 or are you just being early?
It's 3:09. I need to get him at 3:15.
Oh, gotcha. I just got to get this clock together and then I will be done.
To show him everything this
I'll bring it all up here and then we'll shake the camera around and try not to make you too sick. All right. Give me just a sec. Let me get this screw in and then I'll come look at comments so you're not just listening to me go on and on about a paint job I already did. Hopefully today's live stream was fun. I enjoyed talking about all the things. You know, I never know when we start a live stream where the conversation is going to take us. And a lot of it is dictated by what you guys are commenting, asking questions about, projects that you're needing some advice on. Maybe we can help you, maybe we can't. We don't know everything. But we have painted thousands and thousands of things. So there's a high chance we've ran into what you're having an issue with. All right, that is tight. Maybe it goes the other way. Is it not quite perfectly round? Oh, just got to press it in. I don't even know if that's going to need screws again. That's so tight on there. Okay, I'm going to screw this in while I come over here and chat with you. Read comments. Oh, you guys don't even need me. You're having a great conversation. So I'm just putting these screws back in. Let me show you this clock. Actually, I can do this off camera. This fits so tight, I don't need to screw these in. Let me clear up a little space right here. Oh, I got some paint on the face that I just cleaned. Good thing it's fresh. All right, guys, what do you think about this clock? I like it. With a little dark wax on there. And then it was orange with a yellow face, and now it's like a yellow cream with a brown cream. Okay, we're gonna leave that right there with that. Move some things over. Don't forget our little shepherd with his sheep. Boy, we make a mess painting. It happens like this off camera too. We just get all the products out and start painting the projects, and pretty soon it's all across the table. All right. I think this greenery, man, we did 4 clocks today. I can't even believe it. I love it. This is going to get some art. We got to put some art in here. I don't know if I'll be able to hold the big clock up so by myself. So I'll just show you guys again real quick. It had the face on it, and it was like black and red and brown and rusty looking. And I just painted it with garden sage. That's all I did. And it turned out great. And distressed it. Okay, close up coming. Actually, if I scooch this guy up a little bit, we can just leave the clock back here. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We always appreciate you guys joining in and watching. The more people that watch and comment about what we're doing in the video, the wider our reach is, and it helps us out a ton. So thank you for coming and having lively conversation with us today. It was awesome. This is the new subscription stencil for April. It's currently available. This is the subscription you're getting. It's got butterflies on it. Let's flip it around, I think. Okay, yep, and she's got the little butterflies is what she's excited about. Then we got another tray here. I don't know what transfer she used on this, and I don't know, this is a paint inlay. We did all kinds of techniques in today's video. This was dry brushed with plaster and then gold. It was black underneath. We didn't paint that. And then this is golden ticket with some dark wax, plaster with dark wax, plaster without dark wax yet, garden sage with gold, and then this is just a little piece of one of this month's decoupage subscription papers, and then I stamped it with the apothecary labels IOD stamp and some IOD ink to get the numbers back on there in Roman numerals, and then our big clock. Okay, I'm gonna put you back up on the tripod for a second and say bye. Uh-oh, maybe I won't. Oh, black screen. All right, we're just gonna go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll catch you later.